The state of Qin possessed a powerful army capable of sweeping across the 6 states. Why was it crushed by peasant uprisings in such a short period of time? Did the million-strong Qin frontier army really ignore the king of Qin just to guard the Huaxia borders? Today, let's understand in one go the rise and fall of the Qin dynasty. From 900 BC, when Qin Feizi was granted the land of Qin, to 207 BC, when Zhao Gao forced Qin Er Shi to commit suicide, and King Ziying of Qin surrendered to Liu Bang. The state of Qin went through 38 leaders, lasting for over 690 years. But since Qin was neither a feudal state nor a noble house during the time of Qin Feizi, the generally accepted Qin period should start from 770 BC, when Duke Xiang of Qin was formally listed as a feudal lord, and Qin became a state name, ending in 207 BC. To help everyone better understand the development history of the Qin dynasty, in this video we will start telling the story from the founder of Qin, Qin Feizi. If there are points that conflict with other records, we will explain based on widely accepted viewpoints. The founder of the state of Qin, Qin Feizi, was a descendant of the ancient tribal leader Zhuan Shu. Because his ancestor Boyi assisted Emperor Shun and had merit in taming birds and beasts, he was granted the surname Ying. By the Western Zhou period, King Shao of Zhou, in order to enrich the country and strengthen the army, and revitalize the Zhou clan, chose a fertile pasture between the Wei rivers to breed warhorses. Qin Feizi, being skilled at raising horses, gained the appreciation of King Shao of Zhou. He was granted the land of Qin, becoming the first Enfiofed lord of Qin, known as Qin Ying. But at this time, Feizi's fief was just a vassal state of less than 50 li. He was neither a feudal lord nor considered a Qing or Daifu. After Feizi died, because Qin's land was really too small, his son Qin Hu and grandson Qin Gongbo didn't achieve much. Together they reigned for only 12 years. By the time the fourth ruler of Qin, Qin Zhong, succeeded to the throne, Western Zhou was suffering from King Li's tyranny, causing the Shirong to take the opportunity to invade. At Quanqiu, they slaughtered the clan of Qin Zhong's great-grandfather Daluo. So when King Xuan of Zhou ascended the throne, he appointed Qin Zhong as a Daifu to lead an army against the Shirong. Qin gradually became stronger during Qin Zhong's 23-year reign. But unexpectedly, Qin Zhong was defeated and killed in battle against the Shirong. The state of Qin had to be handed over to his son Duke Zhuang of Qin. In 821 BC, King Xuan of Zhou summoned Duke Zhuang and his 5 brothers, giving them 7,000 soldiers to go crusade against the Shirong to avenge their father. Duke Xuang led Fu, Lu, Shou and Kang, his 4 brothers, in a night raid on the Shanyan lair, defeating the Shirong. After the battle, King Xuan of Zhou appointed Duke Zhuang as the Daifu of Shichui and granted the land of Quanqiu to Qin. Although Qin became stronger at this time, it was still not a recognized feudal state. By the time of the 6th monarch, Duke Sheng of Qin, something happened that completely changed the fate of Qin. To solve the trouble of Di and Rong, Duke Sheng married his younger sister to the king of Rong as a wife, to divide the Rong people. He also moved the capital to Qianyi, and began to move east. Just then, the Marquis of Shen allied with the Quanrong to attack Haojing, killing King Yu of Zhou. Duke Shang of Qin sent troops to save the king, and escorted King Ping of Zhou to move east. Therefore, he was granted the land west of Qishan, and formally became a feudal lord of the Zhou dynasty. Duke Shang reigned for 12 years, and eventually died on the way to crusade against the Shirong. After Duke Shang died, his son Duke Wen of Qin inherited his legacy, defeating the Shirong, and incorporating the Zhou immigrants. He not only built a new capital, but also expanded Qin's territory to Qishan, enacting the law of executing 3 generations of a criminal's family. He died after reigning for 50 years. Because Duke Wen lived too long, his son Duke Jing of Qin died before he could ascend the throne. The Qin throne had to be passed to his grandson, Duke Xin of Qin. This Duke Xin was a capable man. First he moved the capital to Pingyang, then he sent troops to seize the Dangshe of Borong, destroying Dangxi and capturing the ruler of Rui Bowan. But heaven was jealous of his talent. He died young at the age of 21. Because Duke Xian died too early, his son Qin Chuzi had to succeed as the ruler of Qin at the age of 5. Thus, some people plotted against this young monarch. Qin Chizi was murdered by villains after only 6 years on the throne. Qin had to be taken over by his eldest brother, Duke Wu of Qin. After Duke Wu took office, he successively conquered and annexed the Mianzhu, Weirong, Jirong, Yikurong, and other Rong tribes, expanding Qin's power to the Guanzhongwei River basin. At the same time, he was the first to start the system of human sacrifice for burial. The three monarchs after Duke Wu, Duke Dai, Duke Xuan, and Duke Cheng all reigned for relatively short periods. Although they made no great contributions, Jutian's development was steady, and various systems began to take shape. It wasn't until 659 BC that a famous figure appeared in Qin. Duke Mu of Qin employed Baili Shi and Jian Shu as counselors, and worked hard to govern, greatly increasing Qin's national strength. He used Yu Yu's strategy to expand westward, opening up 1,000 li of territory, and dominating the Shirong. He was appointed by King Sheng of Zhou as the hegemon of the Western feudal lords, becoming one of the 5 hegemons of the spring and autumn period. As the saying goes, prosperity must decline. In the more than 100 years after Duke Mu, in order to push into the central plains, Qin fought with Jin year after year. Combined with the internal turmoil during Duke Dao's reign, Qin's national strength sharply declined. The situation of the feudal states changed again. It wasn't until the time of Duke Ligong of Qin that Qin sent troops again, defeating the Shirong of Dali, capturing their royal city, crusading against Mianzhu, conquering Yiki, allying with Chu, and marrying into Yue, making various feudal lords compete to come pay tribute. After Duke Ligong passed away, because the Qin regime was manipulated by old aristocrats for a long time, national strength was weak for over 60 years. Even Yike attacked to the banks of the Wei River until 385 BC, when Duke Xian of Qin, the second one, supported by everyone, killed Duke Chuzi II and retook the throne. Qin's situation took a turn for the better. Duke Xian first abolished the human sacrifice system that had been practiced for over 300 years. He ceded land to make peace with Wei, stabilizing the borders. Later, he moved the Qin capital to Yueyang, and carried out a series of household registration and commercial reforms, implementing collective punishment. This doubled Qin's economic and military strength. By the time Duke Shao of Qin was on the throne, in order to restore Duke Mu's past hegemony, he heavily employed Shang Yang to implement reforms, reward farming and war, move the capital to Shanyang, and establish the county system. While strengthening centralization, he constantly increased agricultural production and expanded the territory to the east of the Luo River. Since then, national strength grew daily, laying the foundation for Qin's future unification. In 338 BC, King Huiwen of Qin, Yingxi, succeeded. He executed Shang Yang's clan, but did not abolish his laws. He proclaimed himself king, consolidating his power and status. In civil matters, he had Zhang Yi to break up the Six States alliance. In martial matters, he had Gong Sun Yan and Chulizi. He attacked Yiqiu in the north, pacified Ba and Shu in the west, went east out of Hangu Pass, and went south to Shanwu. Not only did he lay a solid foundation for Qin to unify China, but he also gave birth to 2 good sons, one capable in martial arts, one capable in literature. King Wu of Qin allied with Yue to subdue Chu, and allied with Wei. Militarily, he captured Yang, set up Sichuan, and quelled the Shu rebellion. Economically, he revised borders and amended land laws. Pity that he loved contests of strength too much. Because a tripod slipped from his hands, he died young. After King Wu of Qin died, his brother King Zhao Xiang of Qin succeeded. He appointed Fan Zhu as chancellor, adopting the strategy of befriending the distant and attacking the near. He employed Bai Qi as general, winning a great victory over the Zhao army in the Battle of Changping. He captured the eastern Zhou royal capital Luoyi, and moved the 9 tripods to Xianyang, ending the 800-year rule of the Zhou dynasty. He died after reigning for 56 years. Because King Zhao Xiang reigned for really too long, his son King Xiaowen and grandson King Xuanxiang reigned for a total of only 4 years before passing the throne to King Xiang of Qin. After King Xiang took power, he employed Wei Liao, Li Si, and others to actively push the unification strategy. It took 10 years to successively annex the 6 states. In 221 BC, the great cause of unification was completed, entering the imperial age. King Zheng of Qin adopted Huang from the 3 sovereigns, and Di from the 5 emperors to form the title Huangdi, Emperor. He became the first monarch in Chinese history to use emperor as a title, so people call him Shi Huangdi. Qin Shi Huang abolished the feudal system, established the prefecture and county system, unified currency, weights and measures, writing and axle lengths. In 210 BC, during his 5th Eastern tour, Qin Shi Huang died at Shangyu Palace. After Qin Shi Huang died, Zhao Gao used persuasion on Hu Hai and threats on Li Si, forging an imperial edict to force Crown Prince Fusu and General Meng Tian to commit suicide, thereby enabling Hu Hai to inherit the throne. History calls him Qin Er Shi. Since then, court power fell into Zhao Gao's hands. After a series of Zhao Gao's manipulative operations, it finally triggered the uprising of Chen Sheng and Wu Guang, as well as the restoration movement of the old nobles of the 6 states. At that time, the Qin army was roughly divided into 4 parts: the Great Wall Corps, the Guanzhong Corps, the Southern Corps, and the local corps maintaining order. Among them, the Great Wall Corps and the Guanzhong Corps were defeated by Shang Yang. The local corps had already been eliminated when various rebel armies rose up. Only the Southern Corps held their troops and did not return to defend. By 207 BC, Prime Minister Zhao Gao forced Qin Er Shi to commit suicide in the Wangyi Palace. He removed the emperor title and set up Ziying as the king of Qin. 5 days later, Ziying killed Zhao Gao. In October of the same year, Liu Bang led troops into the pass. Ziying, who had been on the throne for only 46 days, surrendered to Liu Bang. The Qin dynasty formally perished. If you liked this, please click to follow. Next time, I'll take you through